Toy tennis is the chosen first game. That is the first random game we have from the online random thingy. Are Golder and Golder.
Toy tennis.
I think they're good with that. They have one skip they can use if they want. Oh, thanks for updating the title, G-Lane. Shoutouts to G-Lane. I think they're gonna go ahead with it. I think it's a free-game match for this one. I should get out the rules guide that we made. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's free game. Let me check. 3-game match, yes. Alright, so we're going in. They're both cool with playing it. Tennis is kind of a fun game to play, actually. It's surprisingly, even though it seems like you're really restricted on your movement, it's not so bad, because... Ooh, wow. So that hit from Morphic there, he's the blue character. We're watching from Golder's perspective. It almost looked like the ball... Yeah, like, again there, it looked like the ball was behind him, but I guess he's getting a smash hit out of that, so it's actually, he's hitting at the perfectly right moment. Ooh, but Golder manages to get one right over Morphic's head. It's also possible to lob a shot. I'm not really sure how the controls work. I think it might just be a timing thing. But depending on how you lob the shot, you can actually lob it over your opponent's head.
40-30.
Oh, it's Gooby in chat. What's up? Oh man, yeah, sometimes you can hit the ball even like when it's inside your character or completely behind them. It doesn't really look right. It's just something you kind of have to get used to. Wow, what a shot from Golder though. That went like sideways across the court. There was no way that Morphic was gonna hit that. Ooh, but then Morphic did the same to Golder, like hit it on the opposite side of the court. I find it's pretty easy to hit the ball, but not so easy to control where the ball's going to go. Or, like, the timing is also another difficult part. But there's a lot of leniency for where you can hit it. It's kind of like Wii Sports Tennis, where as long as you swing your remote at the right time, it should work, but it depends on how you swing your remote. And when you swing it, when you want to get a good direction on it. Wow, this is a long rally. Holy cow. Golder just hitting smash hit after smash hit at Morphic on the side there. But because it's the same angle, nothing's really changing. Ah, but Golder finally misses. Morphic's only one away from taking the second game. Yeah, the second game.
40-30.
It looks like Golder's gonna catch up a bit. Are you gonna get the deuce this time? Oh man, that slipped right by. Alright, so not over yet. Golder just needs to win all the rest of the games if he wants to catch up, but it's still possible. I like how the characters in this, they remind me of like Ken and Ryu for some reason. I think it's because of the headbands or something and the hair colors. Oh man, Morphic's dominating all of a sudden. Can Golder get a point in at least? He's not moving much. I wonder if that's a strat. I think he's trying to say center. Oh, I slipped by him. Alright, so pretty good show by Morphic there. 3-0. Knocks him out. GGG. GGG to Morphic. But it's a 5-game match, so that's only one. But keep in mind, Golder actually has to win all 4 of the rest if he wants to advance in the tournament. Because of the way group stage works. Morphic only has to tie, well, he only has to tie this. If he wins it or ties this match overall, he'll advance. But Golder's gonna need to win this by 4 to advance, just because of how well CMDR did in his matches. Alright, so it's Mancala. The greatest game ever made. It's actually really fun, and it's come up a lot in the tournament. And it's funny, we actually, part of the reason why we changed the randomizer system is because Mancala like showed up way too often and we're getting suspicious. But now here we're seeing it even with an online randomizer, so I guess it's just meant to be played. I don't mind it though. Super exciting. It's like, it's always surprising that you move something and then you realize, like, you don't always see how what pocket you choose is how it's gonna affect the next turn. So we're watching from Golder's perspective here. If you get a marble in your store, your big pocket at the end, you get an extra turn. Oh, so that was a really good turn by Golder because he got like 2 extra turns and then he captured. But the most important thing with this, I think, is that you don't want to be the person who finishes or who empties their pockets completely first. In most cases, unless the game is really drawn out. Because if you're the first to empty all your pockets, your opponent gets all of their stuff in their pockets instantly into their store, which can be huge in some cases. Not always. Sometimes it's just good to capture a lot, and you don't even have to worry who finishes first. So I think I'm not sure what Golder's plan is here, but sometimes you can like set up ahead of time captures, but because Morphic's pieces are all right next to his store, yeah, Morphic's gonna be forced to bring some over to Golder's side at this point. So which one is he gonna choose? Chose the 7. I guess I'm not sure why he chose the 7. I'm not sure if there was a strat there. I guess so, maybe he could get a 1 in his front pocket or something, so he can get an extra turn. If you have a 1 in the pocket right next to the store, you can just bring it over to get an extra turn. Guaranteed every time. It's like the easiest setup. Right now, though, it's looking really good for Golder. I mean, Morphic does have 2 big pockets, but Golder has a lot of empty pockets, and then the ones that aren't empty are towards the opposite side of his store, so you can kind of just like drag those slowly towards his store. Oh man, and he captures Morphic's 1 lone marble out there. Morphic again forced to bring one of his big pockets out, so distributing basically all of that pocket's marbles to Golder's side. This is looking really good for Golder. I'm not even sure if Morphic can catch up at this point. Some excellent Mancala gameplay. And see, because if he chooses the 1, he gets an extra turn. So no matter what, he had to move that 11.
Capture.
Okay, he did get a good capture there, though. On a 3 pocket, so that's definitely good. We don't know how many pieces are in the goal. It only pops up every now and then, so Golder's 25, Morphic has like 9, so yeah. Morphic's gonna need, okay, now he has 11, so he's gonna need 14, and I don't think there's 14 marbles left. I think Golder is already taken away. Yeah, I only count 12 out. I think it's already over. But we'll play it out to the end, because once the marbles are in the store, they don't come back out ever. It looks like, yeah. Oh, see, Golder is gonna force Morphic to capture his 1 piece and end it, and then Golder gets all the rest. So this is actually not only a win for Golder, but it's a really good win. This was like, what, 30 to something? 32 to 16. Wow, he doubled Morphic. Really good from Golder. Really good job. So now it's 1-1, tied overall. Morphic won Toy Tennis, but Golder really... Morphic crushed it in Toy Tennis, but Golder crushed it in Mancala, so it's actually like a really even match so far. Alright, let's see what the next random game is. President. Golder voted to skip. I haven't heard word from Morphic yet. We're gonna see. I guess... I don't know if Morphic and Golder are talking somewhere. Morphic doesn't want to either, so I think they're gonna skip that one. Okay, so they chose to skip. They used their 1 skip on President. Wipeout's gonna randomly generate the next number. It's Mini Shogi. Mini Shogi. I think this is the first appearance of Mini Shogi. Mini Shogi is definitely, I would say, easier to understand than Shogi, but both are like so different compared to chess that it's hard to get used to. It's like weird chess. It's fun though. If you know chess though, it kind of feels familiar. So hopefully one of these players knows chess a bit. You guys. Morphic doesn't want to play, but they use their skip. They use their skip on President, which is a great game. Morphic actually crushed it in President when we played, so I don't know why they chose to skip that one, or why Morphic chose to skip that one. Alright, so Mini Shogi in general is just like chess where you need to checkmate the king, but it has a few differences. The pieces, like pawns, are basically the same, but you capture moving forwards, you don't capture diagonally. King, I think, is the same. A lot of the pieces can only move forwards, though. Bishop is B, and that's the same. It's like identical to a bishop. It might only be able to move forward, but it moves diagonally. Rook is exactly the same. And then there's a silver and gold, and I think it's like a gold general and a silver general, but you just call them gold and silver. So, Golder got an instant check on Morphic, but I think that's inevitable with just like, or wait, no. Oh, he captured the pawn that Morphic had moved up. So, and another thing with Shogi is that you can bring out captured pieces whenever you want. There's a few rules about them, like you can't put down a piece to put someone in check, I think, but it's just the whole element of being able to like put out captured pieces makes it a whole different game from chess. If not for that, it would be like, okay, it's basically chess with a few different pieces, but using captured pieces makes it just kind of confusing if you haven't played much. So let's see, Morphic, or sorry, that was Golder, but Morphic has to, what does he have to do here? His silver piece can move out forwards diagonally or vertically. It looks like he's setting up to capture that rook, so that's pretty good, and I think that rook's completely undefended. So yeah, Golder was forced to move it back. Now his rook is defended by the silver, so Morphic's gonna have to do something different here. I think he's gonna want to find a way to put him in check, but also defend the piece that puts Golder in check. So, like, that rook is in a spot where it could put the Golder in check, Morphic's rook, but he would want to defend that rook as well, or else Golder would just instantly take it, and that's no good. It's hard to take pieces though in Mini Shogi because there's so few, and they're all pretty good pieces. Like you only have one pawn. Okay, interesting. Okay, so it looks like Morphic's gonna maybe try and just go for the gold general, which isn't a bad trade because gold general is supposed to be a good piece, but bishop has such a huge range of movement compared to gold that I don't know if you would want to give it up, because if Morphic takes Golder's gold, then Golder would just take the bishop. And I don't know if that's a trade that Morphic really wants. Morphic's having a big decision here. He could just move his rook up or to the side. Like, he doesn't have to do anything that threatens the piece this turn. He could just set up for future turns. And because this is just like a classic game, like there's no timer, so Morphic's just thinking about things, which is always good. Not being too hasty here. Gonna have to do something though eventually. Looks like he's gonna maybe move this. No, he's thinking moving the silver general up would be safe. It wouldn't be threatened, but he moved the rook onto that hugely crowded column. Oh, and another thing, you can promote pieces in this game, any piece, and they all promote in different ways. Like, they all change into different types of pieces. And I think the promotion line is one above where Golder's pawn is right now. Like, it's not the same as chess where you just need to bring it to the opposite side of the board. So I think if Golder moves that pawn one more up, he'll be able to promote it. And it's actually not a... Oh, I would... If Golder had moved his pawn up, it's defended by the bishop, so he could have actually set up a little trap there. I'm not sure if you saw that. But Golder's doing pretty good. He has Morphic's bishop now, and his pawn. But it looks like they kind of traded, so Morphic got Golder's rook for that bishop. So now Morphic has both rooks, and Golder has both bishops. I would prefer the rooks, honestly, so I think Morphic kind of won that trade.
Check rook.
But so Golder brought out one of his captured pieces, instantly putting Morphic in check. And it's completely safe in the spot where it is, so Morphic is forced to either put a piece in the line of attack to defend the king, or just move the king over. Okay, and he actually brings out his rook, which is going to protect the king. And now Golder brought out the pawn. Interesting move there, because now I guess if the pawn moves up one more, it promotes. I wasn't sure about that. Maybe you do have to bring them all up in mini shogi all the way to the other side. Ooh, now Morphic for the first time puts Golder in check. Also taking a pawn. That was a good move, because that was completely undefended by Golder. If he moves that rook one more up, though, to capture the gold star, he loses the rook for sure. So he might want to consider just backing off. Yeah, well, Golder's definitely going to take that. So yeah, he did grab a gold from that move, but gold has a little bit more limited movement. And all he got from that was Golder moving up his king a space. So now he's gonna bring his gold out. He's just covering his king. He's just like surrounding his king with pieces to defend it, which might be a strat. I mean, his king is completely defended, no matter where it gets attacked. Morphic can cover that. And it looks like Golder is considering bringing out the rook.
Check.
Okay, so he went for a check, but either of those golds, yeah, can just capture it. And his pawn is threatened. Gold star can't move back though. So if Golder moves his pawn up, I think it promotes, and it can't be captured. So he has two rooks though, just in his backlog. Oh man, if he brings that rook out, brings that rook out anywhere in the top row, that puts Morphic in. Oh, I think that's checkmate. On the top row there, because I don't know. Actually, depending on where. I think it's actually not checkmate, because I think Morphic could defend it by bringing out a captured piece, but maybe if with a little more setup, there's a checkmate potential, because the king is it was really open in the back. Now the king has a free spot to move, so now it just puts him in check. He did decide to bring the rook out to the back row. Interesting play by Morphic. I think that's just a capturable pawn. I don't know. Yeah, because the gold star general can't move back. So Golder could just take that pawn. That's a free pawn just lying there, and it puts Morphic in check. Decides not to though. Maybe he didn't see it. Yeah, now Morphic, it looks like he's gonna attack the rook or not, maybe? Huh. Oh, he captured a silver star, but then Golder took it right back. Okay, so Golder should see that that pawn is open for the taking, and it puts Morphic in check. Even if he puts that bishop down, it's still, you could still grab it. And then he would put the king and the bishop in check. So Morphic should not put that bishop down there. That would be very dangerous. Okay. Still free pawn just lying there. Oh, but now Morphic is attacking Golder's bishop. So it's still free though, because he takes the pawn and he puts him in check. You can do that whenever he wants, because if the king is in check, you have to protect it. Yeah, I don't think he's seeing it. We're seeing a long game here though, which is interesting. But meanwhile, also Morphic has the potential to put Golder in check whenever he wants. I mean, the king is so open right now, and it's cornered. So Morphic should look for ways to just bring a couple pieces out, set up a checkmate. And I don't think Silver Silver can move backwards diagonally. I don't think Gold General can move backwards. I would need to see. Yeah, pawns don't capture diagonally in this game. Oh. In regular shogi, it would be a 30-minute game. Yeah, true. Okay, so that Silver was actually in a position to capture. Wow. So Morphic just took a ton of pieces right there. Bringing out the pawn. Not sure why. Pawn doesn't do a whole lot. We haven't seen a single promotion from either player. Are there promotions in mini shogi? Maybe that's out in this game, or maybe you just have to bring them to the opposite side of the board or something. Anyways, I haven't seen that happen. Okay, so Morphic attacking now. This is actually looking like a possible checkmate situation coming up. There are options here. But actually that bishop of Golder's is kind of defending. Ooh, another check though. Ooh, this is gonna get spicy. Ooh, that rook though, you can move the rook to put him in check. I think the bishop is just gonna capture the gold. Okay, there are promotions. Yeah, we just haven't seen any, I guess. Neither player has brought up a piece far enough. Ooh, you can move that bishop, but now, I mean, that rook in the back can just check safely. But then the bishop is undefended. Oh no, that's Golder's bishop. Sorry, it's sometimes hard to tell what piece is facing what direction. But yeah, that looks like a free check, the one that Morphic is hovering over right now. I don't see anything that, I mean, the only thing that, Golder can do is defend with a bishop, I think. That's like literally the only move they'll have. Unless I misunderstand the way that Silver's moved. Oh, and he gets a promotion. That's pretty good. That's a good check. Yeah, the only move Golder has is to move the bishop to defend the king. And that bishop can't... Ooh, I'm not sure if you don't... Oh, if he takes that though, it's defended with the bishop. Oh, that's a checkmate. That's it. Nice. Good play. Good play by Morphic there. That was actually a pretty interesting game. Pretty long, considering it's such a small little board. Cool stuff, though. So that makes it now 2-1 for Morphic. And I think that actually does put Golder out of the running for advancing in the tourney. Yeah. But depending on how well Golder does, CMDR could continue. If Golder beats Morphic, then CMDR will advance. Alright, so let's find out what the next game is. Darts. Darts is the next game. Got some motion control stuff. So we have 2 more games left. Scores 2-1 in Morphic's favor. But if Golder can win the next 2 games, CMDR should continue in the tournament. Morphic just has to win 1 more game. And he's totally in the clear. And he would be set to advance. But I don't know, how are these players skills at darts? We've seen there's been a few really good darts players so far in the tournament. Path of Desire was just insane at this. It looks like we're gonna start with Golder here though. Let's see, what's he gonna aim for? Sorry if you can hear the siren outside. Alright, so he gets a single 19. Oh, and ow. Oh, a double 20 though. So not a bad turn. The first few turns, no one's gonna win. Oh man, though, a triple 20 from Morphic. Maybe I should take that back. Oh dang, okay, it looks like Morphic has a good setup for the triple 20. Wow. How much is that? 140 on his first turn. So, can't win on his next turn, but he could win after his next turn. Golder's gotta get some shots in here. Oh no, just missing the triple 20 and getting the triple 1 instead. It's unfortunate. Okay,
bullseye.
A bullseye. Not bad again. It doesn't. It does matter how fast you get to being able to double out, but doubling out can be the hardest part because the setup for 20s is not so bad. You just have to anywhere in that 20 wedge. But once you have to go for the doubles, it feels a bit more precise. But yeah, Morphic is set up to go for a win on his next turn. He just needs a double 20, which is probably exactly what he wanted too. I don't know if that was intentional, but if it was, I mean, he seems to have a line on those 20s. Like he hit a double 20 on his first turn, I think. Or maybe I'm mistaken, but still, this shouldn't be... Oh, there it is. Wow, straight away. GG. So that's a win for Morphic, and now because it's 3-1, I think that guarantees Morphic continuing on in the tournament. So that double 20 just was the ticket for Morphic's entry into knockout stage. GG. But we still have 2 more games. We're gonna play in that, no matter what. Golder saying he hadn't played that game yet. Oh man. Next one is going to be Texas Hold'em. I don't know if we've seen this so far in the tournament. And because this is a game with private cards, we're only going to be able to see Golders, because that's who we're watching. We won't know what Morphic has, but we'll just observe the game based on Golder's perspective. So in the Clubhouse Games version of this, you can only ever bet 5 chips at a time. Oh, you did another random... Okay, yeah, we haven't seen Hanafuda in the tournament. I don't know how that hasn't happened. Everyone wants it and no one's gotten it. Alright, everyone's still in.
Raise.
Oh man, Golder's raising. He doesn't have something insane. But that made Morphic chicken out. He didn't want to stay in this, which is totally fair, actually. I mean, that's a huge pot for the first round. Still, Golder has nothing, so, yeah. Gonna have to... I don't know if you can bluff the CPUs to fold into folding, but, here we go. Hopefully they don't have anything good. Still nothing. There's a pair that everyone owns. But I think Golder's just gonna stick with it. Oh man. Oh, there's a 3 of a kind out, but Golder's gonna have to hope that his Jack is the highest card out of anyone's. Oh boy, let's find out.
3 of a kind.
CPU2 had a pull out. And actually CPU1 had an ace, so yeah, that was not Not a great round for Golder. Down to 55 chips after one round. Almost almost lost half of his entire beginning pot. Meanwhile, CPU 2 is more than double what he started with already. Alright, see, Golder actually folding straight away this time. It's totally fair. He didn't have anything crazy. Does have a pair now though, but it's the worst, second to worst pair. So nothing special. You never know though, like sometimes no one has a pair. The one that you have, even if it sucks, could win you the pot. Morphic's staying in though. I don't know what really can be gotten with these cards that are out. There's nothing, it would just be a pair. If you're really lucky, it could be a 3 of a kind. There's no like straight or flush potential. So a pair did end up winning this, but it was CPU 1's pair of kings, which he only got on the last card. The river card? I'm not sure about the name. Okay, we got 3 rounds left. I think Golder has to do the big blind this time. Oh no, sorry, that's not how it works. He's just the dealer. But the dealer doesn't mean anything in this game because the game does it for you.
Raise.
So Golder has an ace, which is always a power card.
Call.
But nothing else going on within his hand. Golder though is the thing with this game is if you do lose all your chips, you're out. Oh man, though. Okay, Golder definitely wants to hang in this one. That's a great start.
Call.
Definitely gonna call. Doesn't raise though. Ooh, and it's a big pot too. This is gonna look good for Golder if he wins this. I don't know if someone has a king and another pair, or jack and another pair.
Bet.
Well, actually no, because he has a pair of aces. So looking really good for Golder right now. Unless Morphic has actually, there is potential for a straight here. A like 10 jack, queen, king, ace. So hopefully that's not happening. Oh man, 10 jack, king. Oh no, does Morphic? Oh no, Morphic had a 3 of a kind of aces. What? All the aces were in play. I thought Morphic or something would have a queen. Because there was a setup for a straight there. Man, Golder's hand was good, but Morphic's was even better. Poor Golder. He's already out. Lost all his chips. Bet everything on that one. Morphic's actually looking to be in a position where he can win this. Wow, instantly folded. So CPU2 just taking 10 chips. Morphic might just fold his way to the victory because he's so far ahead at this point that even if CPU2 gets all of CPU1's chips, it's still going to be a win for Morphic. Yeah, so if I was Morphic, I'd just fold. Fold. Is he gonna play? He just wants to play this one out. Maybe he has pocket rockets. Oh, he's staying in. He could have gotten a free win there, but he wanted to play it out. Alright, now he actually has to win this. Yeah, now he has to win this hand or else he loses. Oh boy. Well, actually, he just has to make sure CPU2 doesn't win. If CPU1 wins, then he's still fine. 2 kings out. So there is potential for another straight 10 jack queen king. What? Morphic folding? He lost. Okay, so that's... Okay, oh wow, but CPU won. So actually, Morphic will take the win. He's lucky that CPU1 took that. Alright, so that does count as a win for Morphic, another win. So I think it's 3-1 now? Was that the last game? Or that makes it 3-1, right? Yeah, that was just the 4th game. So I think we have one more left. Do we? Or am I bad at counting? Oh, was that it? Oh, sorry. Maybe that was it. Did I lose count? They played. What did they play? Darts, shogi, Texas Hold'em, toy tennis. Oh, Macaulay. That is 5. Oh my god, I lost count there. Sorry. Good stuff. Morphic takes that, and he will advance in the tournament. Morphic claiming he didn't understand mini shogi, even though he won. Yeah, really impressive stuff from Morphic there. I don't think we've seen a 5-0 yet, but that came close. That came pretty close. Yeah, so we'll have more matches in the future. Thanks everyone for watching. See you later.